Hello my fellow creators and welcome to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I will be making another Christmas card using up more of the items I have in my stash. I'm using some White Recollections cardstock from Michaels for my card panel. I've cut the panel down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and taped it to the back of my stencil. The stencil I'm using is Simon Says Stamps Holiday Sweater Stencil. I'm using Distress Oxide Inks to blend my own little rainbow onto the panel. I start my rainbow with picked raspberry and then follow that with some festive berries and spiced marmalade. As you can see, I'm using my blending brushes and go back and forth between the colors to try and get a nice blend. I then follow up with some squeezed lemonade and then bring in my cracked pistachio and finish off my Christmas rainbow with some peacock feathers. Now that I've finished my blending, I remove the panel from the stencil and love the way the rainbow colors blended together. I've placed some images from Simon Says Stamps Sweater Words and Appliques and Ugly Sweater stamp sets on my mini Misty, and I'm using Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink to stamp them. Now that I've got my images stamped, I brought in one of the other small images and put it on one of my stamping blocks to add some colorful stripes to the sweater, using the same Distress Oxide inks I used for the background. Now that I have my colorful rainbow stripes on my sweater, I'm going to bring in some Copic colors and color the smaller images. Nothing real fancy, no shading, just getting some color down on these images for now. I don't think I'm going to use all the images for this panel. I'm going to just color in the small Christmas tree and the small gift for now. Now that the images I wanted are all colored in, off camera, I took my panel to my brother's scan and cut them out. I noticed I forgot to color in the bottom trim of the sweater, so I'm doing that now. Now that my coloring is complete, I pulled in some black Recollections cardstock from Michaels to layer my panel on. I then brought in my Misty and one of the sentiments from the stamp set. I'm going to be embossing it in white using Simon Says Stamp Clear ink and Recollections Snow embossing powder. I'm using the guard on my paper cutter to guide me in where I cut the sentiment down so that I can have it just the right size for my card panel. I'm now attaching my sentiment to my card panel using my ATG gun. As you can see, I move it around a bit before I find just the right placement and trim off the edge. I'm now using my ATG gun to attach my panel to the black cardstock I have pre-cut. Doing this gives the panel a small black border, and I really like how it looks. I brought in some foam tape I have from Dollar Tree to pop up the small images onto the sweater, as well as popping up just the sleeves of the sweater to give that some dimension. I added some sparkle to the images using my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen, but I just didn't think that was enough sparkle on my card. So I found some gems I had in my stash and added those around the sweater. I used my Marvy jewel picker and art glitter glue to place the little gems around the sweater. Now that my card panel is done, it's time to get my card base ready. So I bring out my Martha Stewart scoreboard and my Teflon bone folder to prepare my card base for my card. I attach the card panel to the card base using my art glitter glue, and voila, The card is complete. Let me know in the comments below if you have an ugly sweater that you wear at Christmas time. I would be thrilled if you subscribed to my channel or followed me on my other social media platforms. Have a beautiful, safe, and creative day.